sometimes when you feel like you don't have control over certain situations, where you don't have control over your own life, that kind of gives you a setback emotionally, and then you might go down this like downward rabbit hole spiral of different emotions, anger, depression, anxiety, because of the feeling of not having control over your life. And this could be situational, and it could also be perception based, which is 99% of the problem.
Transmission received. Authorization granted. Welcome to the video.
What's up, dreamers? Hope you're having a fantastic day, or had a fantastic day, depending on where you are in the world. And I have to let you know that you are awesome. Welcome to Jiving and Vibing. What's the vibe today? Today, I want to continue the emotional intelligence and talk about control over your life, the feeling of control over your life. This is not necessarily a specific emotion, but the feeling of having control over your life, control over different situations, is very important for your overall well-being, your happiness, your emotional well-being. And I'm going to give a couple of examples. If you, I'm going to do the best that I can. This one's tough because everything is so situational, everything is so like personalized. But there will be an examples. So let's talk about work first. Let's say you work a job and you typically already work like 60 hours a week, but then there are these projects keep popping up and you have 80 hours a week. Now this is something that like you continuously are working 80 hours a week. Work typically is something that is sort of in your control because you picked the job, but it's something that's out of your control, right? If these projects pop up. But let's say it's a situation where projects pop up, but they're not your projects, and they're being pushed off onto you because people know your team or whatever knows that you're going to complete these tasks. That would be a situation where you have the choice to kind of speak up against that. Like if the people are like, if it's not something that you necessarily are supposed to be doing, that would be somebody taking advantage of you, and that would make you feel like you don't have control over your life. So basically, moral of that specific situation is you have to try not to let people, quote unquote, take advantage of you. Where if let's say like the first time you help out with a second project and it's like, taking up a lot of your time and, it's starting to wear you out. Maybe the second time somebody asks and you don't have it in you to be able to do that. And there's like other members of other teams that can help out. Maybe you just say no. Like it's okay to say no. It's okay to make your own decisions. Like nobody's really ever going to hold that against you. Are people going to be salty for sometimes you saying no? At times, yeah, like of course, it is what it is. But that is a specific, and that carries on to anything. Like that could carry on to gaming. If you are playing for a team or you have a team that wants to, pick you up and you're ringing for another team, if you know what that is. I mean, this carries on to so many different situations. It carries on for if you have a family too, like kids. Like if you have kids, for the mothers and the fathers out there who feel like they might not have that much time for themselves. Well, if you really take a step back, you could always find time for yourself. And I think it's very important to find time for yourself, even if it's 15, 20 minutes. Like, I just want to go out for a walk. So you go out for a walk by yourself, clear your head. That is enough to be able to put you back on the emotional track that you need to be able to feel as though you have some control over your life. Again, even for your kids, within reason, it's okay to say no, right? It's okay to say no sometimes and take some time. It's always okay to take some time for yourself because your well-being is very important. If you're not in good health, you're not in like a good emotional state, it's very difficult to kind of take care of your family. It's difficult to take care of work. It's difficult to play those video games. So let's just be mindful of our situations. Let's not let people take advantage of us. We definitely don't want that. And let's take time for ourselves, okay? That will definitely boost our emotional state, our feeling of control over our life. And periodically pick things that you want to do, hobbies that you enjoy, and do them, right? If you have anything to add, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear them. If you like what you heard, hit that like button. And yeah, hit that subscribe button if you want to see more content like this. I hope to see everybody in the next video. Later, dreamers.